don't think people realize how dangerous faith with the
an attack or going badly, and I would need her.
All right, we've reached the border, or at least 1K to go, 700 meters to the border, and there is quite a line of traffic. So, yeehaw, we're gonna be here for a while. It's 2 p.m. 2. We officially reached 2 hours at the Sweetgrass border crossing, and I still can't see the gates. I can't see the. I think I see the gate, but I can't see any agents around. So probably still another half hour. So 2.5 hours to get to an agent, I think. And then
I think this is going to be a 3-hour experience. I'm just telling you that right now.
Well, you wouldn't have guessed that before this morning.
No.
We saw on that Going to Alaska page, we saw, I think there's only one line. We saw someone say, oh, we had to wait 40 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, 40 minutes. And then they had an agricultural audit, and I'm like, I would give my eye teeth for 40 minutes now, so instead of 3 hours. So anyway, but I think we can see the gate. I think one agent is all there is. There's not 2 lines, there's just 1 line. So, and I just almost had a heart attack because someone tried to cut in front of me. So there's a duty-free shop, which is 2 hours, well, an hour in our wait line to get to the duty-free, and then you can zip around your body, go to the duty-free, then zip back in and then try to cut in line. And I almost blew my top. He actually cut in front of me because there was a small gap, and I'm like,
you almost blew your top?
Okay, I blew my top. So we were
blew his top.
We were yelling at each other, and he actually left. He got back in line and drove backwards down the lane. So I was actually, yeah.
I know, but I expect better behavior from you.
So, but I think that we can see RVs pulled over, so we'll get through the first guy, and we may have to do an agriculture inspection. So it could be 3 hours or more. So here we are past the border. They did let us back in the country. Once we actually finally got to an agent, we did freeze a little bit and admitted to having eggs, which caused an agricultural audit. After sitting in a quarantine area because they didn't really give us instructions, we were yelled at to come inside the building. Once inside, we completed some paperwork. They inspected the trailer, compensated the eggs, and some other things. What's disheartening was they had a bunch of people inside. They could have opened more lanes, but instead they just caused a wait line to be very long. The big lesson is, when they ask you if you have something, just say no. We're in Montana. I'm going to do a bike ride, and there's a trail.
You might be on the Lewis and Clark Heritage Greenway.
All right. Hello. Reminds me of like a Garden of Eden. About 150 million gallons of water are bubbling up here a day, and it stays 54 degrees constantly, summer and winter. Why is that one orange? I like this a lot, actually. It says tool tree created by Alex Smithson, 2015. Inspires me to want to buy a welder and buy a bunch of scrap metal. Just when the wife told me I need to start getting rid of stuff, but I need a pile of metal.
Put the camera on me. For the record, he does admit that he is a pack rat and he needs to get rid of a lot of crap.
No, I admit that I'm a pack rat.
He says
I use the stuff.
that the reason we can never move is because he doesn't want to empty out his garage. That is a direct quote.
I don't think so.
He's back.
You can buy me a mansion. Big pole barn. I'll move.
Yeah.
Doug Wicks. All right, so we're staying at a KOA, probably the nicest campground we stayed at on this whole trip. Well, they've got little stuff. They have little musical groups and swimming pool and disc golf and all kinds of stuff. And then they got a little petting zoo.
Look at the little piglets. You can tell they've been weaned. She still has.
Good morning. We are wrapping up and departing today from Great Falls, Montana, and we spent 2 days here so we could cycle on the path down here by the Missouri River, and yeah, it was fun. This KOA, we don't really stay at KOAs, are too nice or too expensive for us, but it was pleasant. Big pull-through site. I think it's $85 a night, or maybe a tick more, and full service site. But the KOA had a pancake breakfast, which, you know, my wife wouldn't do, but I partook in the Bisquick pancakes. And then the neat thing was they had live music every night, and kind of a folk country group, an older couple, and it was a lot of fun. And they sang a couple requests last night, and so you got to hear music. I like to hear music that I know, and so that was cool. They have a pool which we did partake in, but it's only a kiddie pool. I think it's like 2 feet deep, and so that was kind of weird. One of the things that is kind of weird is that we got this section that's kind of maybe a newer section, no trees, but behind us is a Walmart, and so we're far enough away we can't hear the Walmart. Or the first time I hear there was a truck idling, which if I was on the end and could hear that, I'd be like, well, I'm paying $85 to hear a truck idle at Walmart. But it's convenient to walk over there, which we did, because the border crossing took our eggs. And so yeah, so I mean, that's weird when you can stay at a Walmart for free and then you have to pay $85 here, but you get the hookups, and it was warm, so we ran the air conditioning. But yeah, I really enjoyed our time here. People are friendly, and there's a staff, and you know, they have the little cars to take the kids around and all that good stuff. They do have a dog park, but it's too small really from our perspective, and disc golf and good stuff. But today we're hooking up and heading out. We have a 6-hour Google Drive, which means 7 hours or so by trailer, and it's more country roads, not interstate. But we're heading to Medora, and we went there last year to Theodore Roosevelt National Park, which we loved, and but we were there too late to get the show. I forget what it is, the Old West show or whatever, but we've got tickets now, and so we're going to go to Medora, and then 2 days there, and then we're going to pop down to Custer, and then we don't have any plans. We just know we want to stop in Iowa so we can mark Iowa off our list. So yep, there you go.
Only you could prevent go off gold as an amendment.
And just like that, we're in Theodore Roosevelt National Park, off for a hike. Gonna get our feet wet. And this is our 3rd visit in just a little over 12 months, and so I can safely say this is one of our favorites, or at least mine. Yeah, so we're gonna cross on this hike. We're crossing the Little Missouri River, so it's kind of an adventure. You don't have to go, buddy. Oh my goodness. All right, we're not gonna. Ooh, shit.
Let's go back.
All right, so we've got skunked on that route. We hightailed it away from the buffaloes. So we came up on that ridge and just take a look, and then a couple of them came up to see us. So we skedoodled. Yeah, one of the two. I have no idea which. Oh, we made it up on that ridge up to a plateau. There's the other trail. We reached the plateau in the Hay Trail, and it's pretty cool up here. You can see miles and miles and miles in every direction. You're in the shade.
I'm gonna wait for you in the shade. This is the 0.05% shade on this entire hike.
It's not that cool. Oh, it is cool. It's nice.
You cute baby. You are cute baby. I know, I see it. We had a choice to either go up and back or maybe just do the route in reverse. But I was afraid if we kind of came back around the back side of the Hay, connecting back onto the Elk Bloom Trail, that we'd be in buffalo land again. So
yep.
All is well that ends well.
And back to the Little Missouri. Oh, there's a horsey on the left. Hello, Mr. Horsey. Just had the meal before the show. Steak, pitchfork steak. So it's pretty good. Everything else, I mean, the steak is different than Joanne would have made, so that was different. Everything else Joanne would have made better. It would have been cheaper.
Something in like T14 and
yep.
T13.
A rider at the front turns back to the others and points up the hill. They all know what they must do.
Dakota, I am moved beyond words, which you all know is saying something. For the company of the 2024 Medora Musical!
All right, it's moving day, and we're leaving Medora, North Dakota, and going to be heading to Custer in South Dakota. And we stayed at Red Tail Campground, which has a lot of bad reviews. And but I think when we were here just 12 months ago, and we stayed outside of town at this small little spot where there was it wasn't a campground, it was just a spot where you can have connections and like 5 sites. And then we stayed in Cottonwood inside the park with no services, and then we stayed in, oh shoot, I forgot the name of the other one now, on the north unit. But anyway, I think this actually works out pretty well. The owners or the operators are running around with political symbols on them, which I think, you know, doesn't belong in a campground. I prefer campgrounds to be neutral and a happy place, but they're also not super nice. But we got a water and electric for $41, and the neat thing about it is you can walk into town, walk into Medora, which is a neat town. And anyway, so we did a hike yesterday in 95-degree weather, which we haven't been in forever, so we're not accustomed to it, and that was pretty exhausting. But the national park and the lands are just beautiful. And then the big thing, the reason we came is we wanted to come to the Medora Musical, so we did that last night, and I have a couple clips from that, and that was fun. Perhaps a little expensive because we did the dinner too, which probably could have done without because Joanne could make a better dinner, but it was interesting. It would be more interesting if it wasn't so hot because we were just suffering. But anyway, on the drive here we had a little bit of a meltdown on the roof. We had where the cap and the roof meet, I think it's failing, coming apart, and it's causing them to bounce, and it caused the sealant to break, and I have some tape on it and it failed too, and plus it was so hot so it kind of melted, and so it cost us a couple hours. We went to the hardware store and got some strips of molding and drilled it into the roof to hold the membrane down, and I put some more sealant on it. I'm calling it Dicor, but I don't think that's the right word, but the self-leveling sealant, and to patch a few of the holes. And then it was so hot, I tried to let that cure, but today's moving day, and I went up just now and put some more Durabond tape down. So hopefully that's enough to get us home, and when we get home, I'm gonna have to take all that off, and hopefully I can pull the membrane back, seal underneath down to the plywood. Hope there's no damage there. Seal it underneath, and then reattach the cap to the to the roof. I think that's the fix. So when you search these kind of problems, there's people immediately jump in and say, "Oh, go flex armor and have it repaired," but you know, that's thousands and thousands of dollars. And so I think we're going to take this first step and yeah, go from there. So anyway, on to Custer. I'm super excited about that. We're going to redo a hike there, and then there's a bike trail. We're going to do that. So we're going to have 3 days there, but it is getting exhausting, just moving, and we never have a day just to chill out and lay around, which I think we owe that. We deserve that. But we've had problems, axle repairs and shopping, and on every trip, and so everything's turned into like an 8-hour day or a 10-hour day on travel days. So anyway, hopefully the day goes better, and hopefully this tape holds. The only thing I'm concerned about, the tape is super sticky. The only thing I'm worried about is the continuing flexing between the roof and the cap, causing the tape to rip off. So anyway, but we have the strip down now to hopefully hold it all day down. I don't think it's super damaged, so hopefully it can be all just put back in place. So there you go, time to get hooked up. All right, well, haven't been a proponent of TPMS systems, tire monitoring systems, until last year, until we had a bearing meltdown. And you know, I think the TPMS would have warned me that there was a heat problem with the tire. But anyway, now we have one, and now the habit is when I turn it on when I'm setting up and give a chance to the readings to update. And we got in to leave, and then we had a warning, a low tire. And so we went and checked it, and tire was low, as it said. And so we got the air compressor out to fill it up, and then as we were doing that, Joanne looked at the tire and we found a nail hole. So TPMS saved our bacon, so we were able to change the tire while we're in the comfort of the campground. And yeah, so now we're, you know, delayed whatever, half hour, 45 minutes, and we're on our way. Now we gotta find a place to have the tire repair. I have a kit, but I'm not gonna trust myself to do it. Bye, Medora. Coming back to a place that you've been before that you liked, it feels like a warm hug, you know? It feels just more comfortable. Like going back to Banff for the second time, even though I felt comfortable the first time. So.
I don't like my second visit to Banff would be better than this. I like Theodore Roosevelt National Park. I just think
on a cooler day.
Well, I don't know. Question from last week.
Just arrived. We're actually setting up, and we're in a hailstorm, so that's fun. Ow! That's loud in here.
I'm gonna lay on all the beds and all the beds.
Is he scared or just getting comfortable?
No, he was scared. He's all in there like hiding. There's a little tangle.
Man, I got hit in the head a couple times.
I just didn't feel very good.
Hailstorm is over, and I think we survived. We're in Fort Wolcott Park, RV Park, and it's a few miles out of Custer towards Sullivan Lake, and I have to say I kind of dig it. I like it. So we've got the tire packed and gonna put the recycling in the trailer truck. Heading into Custer to see if I can get the tire patched, and then take the recycling with you. You never know if you're gonna find a recycling bin, because you get in the United States, you get out of Canada, and it's more difficult. But it's supposed to rain today, but who knows when. So we're gonna just do a few small things and not to get trapped in the rain. So we extended the stay, and we'll still be able to get that bike ride and hiking. So there you go. All right, dropped off my tire and get that patched, and the guy noticed that the wear was uneven. Hopefully it's uneven because I didn't get the axle repaired immediately after I replaced the tire. So he's gonna fix the tread and or fix the patch the hole, and then he's going to yeah, hopefully flip the tire around so that it's on the treads on the opposite side. And then we're going to I googled recycling, and then I went to the visitor center. I'm like, hey, what about recycling? And they're like, nope, can't recycle, no recycling in Custer. And maybe there's something in Rapid City, which is like an hour away or something. But I'm like, I don't know. It's just to me, it's just weird, disheartening that a tourist town, a community wouldn't even bother to try to recycle or do something. So, but yeah. So anyway, we're gonna have to put our recycling into a can and try to take it with us to the next destination. Hopefully, we'll find recycling along the way. Here's the tunnel. Joanne said she didn't want to go on Needles Highway, so I found a way to force her. It looks narrower on this way. We've made it back to Sullivan Lake. Of course, we just made that wrong turn onto the Needles Highway, which when you go through a tunnel, then you're not in the right spot. I was saying it almost looks like it almost looks fake. Like it's a Disney World attraction or something. It's pretty cool.
It's like an active waterfall in that little slot before.
Oh yeah, this is had that rock in the middle.
Yeah, kind of holding the crevice open.
A little bit lighter maybe.
Nowhere. Yeah, isn't that a neat tree? And the grain inside is
Yeah.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely do not want to be squeaky. Like a little rain and hail to make the day. Luckily, this is smaller than the hail we saw yesterday. And I literally just got in the truck before this started.
All right, we have returned to Mount Rushmore, and I guess they have a light show at night or a program, and so we're here to see it. We bought a parking pass 11 months ago or so, and it's good for a year, so we're back. It doesn't cost us anything extra. There's the heads.
United States. He proceeded to give one of the most famous speeches in our country's history.
Come here, buddy. You big scaredy dog. You big scaredy dog.
That dog is a descendant of wolves. Several millions of generationally taken out.
You can be scared by a paper towel roll. You are not very smart.
Mama is so scary, I believe it. Anyway, we're off to Black Elk Peak today. We were hoping to get an early start, but it's 11 o'clock now, and but it's a sunny day, and we've had a bit of a cool off, so I think we'll be okay. We'll see you there. I'm actually super excited about our camp spot.
Oh, we did good.
We did. I made 2 trips to town. Then we made a trip to the
brewery,
and then we made a trip to Rushmore. We've done here twice now, and it's all like right in the middle of all that. So that other campground, I forgot the name of it, we stayed at last time. I googled that, Google mapped it, 50 minutes to here, and so we would have had to drive 50 minutes one way. So.
Well, for some reason, when we came last time,
I don't think we researched it. We didn't. We searched it.
We had a
and didn't
really
find...
hard time finding campgrounds, and a lot of places were full because of the bison roundup.
Bison.
Bison.
I
think they call it the buffalo roundup, but so that really kind of just took a lot of capacity.
Yeah, these might have been full, but yeah, I'm super happy to be so conveniently located. The campground, I think, it's okay. We got a good campsite, I think.
We have one of the better campsites
because it didn't flood and all that rain and stuff.
Well, and I think that because when I called to book it, versus just picking a site online, kind of told the lady what I wanted, which was a clear view for the Starlink, and I think she gave us one of the better sites for that, which also happens to be slightly elevated. So with the rain and the hail that we've had, we haven't really had flooding on our site.
All the campgrounds have to have Starlink.
Accessible sites.
Yeah, so not handicapped Starlink. I don't think it's as prevalent now that we're back in the States, but up in Canada and Alaska, like a lot of people had the Starlink.
Yeah,
I bet you in Florida or in Alabama we'll see a lot of them too.
Oh yeah, you will.
Let's keep going. It's a beautiful day.
Absolutely.
This is one of our Black Elk Peaks, one of our favorite hikes, and the beginning part is kind of double wide and gradual up. It's pretty easy, and maybe I'll turn the camera on during each change in section. So, beautiful day, 67 degrees at the start. I'll try to hold you up. Yeah, and she does.
Yeah,
She helps, he helps, but downhill is quite the opposite of help. Come on, man, I thought you were doing good. Good group.
No, you're there.
Come on, Mabel. Yeah, what? I think this is the pitch right before we go on the upper section. You want to wait until I can reach the dog? Hang on. Come on, buddy. Nice job, buddy. Nice job, neighbors. Where was the higher elevation? Who's coming, Mabel? Who is it? Who is it? It's Claudio. Oh yeah, this is the thing that freaked me out last time. It gets much better than this. I guess it would have been better if my hand was on the railing. You gonna wait forever again?
Hey!
Oh, one more. Into the building.
So I have that ooey feeling in my chest, down to the groin. Come here, back up.
Can I pet them?
Yep, come here.
Is this a boy or a girl?
That's a girl.
What's her name?
Mabel.
Huh?
Mabel.
Abel? Is this a boy?
It's a boy.
What's his name?
Claudio.
Huh?
Claudio.
Claudio?
What's your name?
Claire.
Claire. Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm a girl. Let me guess. Are they
Well, she
poodles?
asked. The line of questioning.
Are they
I just wanted to repeat the question.
They are golden poodles.
All right, we're speculating that This is the backside of Mount Rushmore, which doesn't look very far away. So,
Carl,
what?
put the camera on me.
Okay.
It's not speculation. It's a fact.
I made her.
Do you have to have a talented horse to do this, or a horse that's able? Is there a different kind? Could any horse? Not any horse could climb this, could they?
It's rough.
It's rough, yeah.
It's steep and it's rough.
You'd have to have a horse that's confident and.
They all did really good. But these two are only 2 years old, so they've never done anything.
It's first time, okay.
They did excellent.
Great.
Everybody's animals did real good.
Good.
But they're tired. They're going to be ready to go back to camp and eat and get some water.
How y'all doing? Yeah. Everybody's doing beautiful there. She never stops pouring. See the spirals there? Cathedral spires. Sullivan Lake, I get to do a plunge. It's not as cold as some of what we've had. Deeper, deeper, deeper. You ready? So we booked 3 days in Guest Campground so we could hike the Black Elk Peak and ride the Mickelson Trail. Today's the Mickelson Trail day, and even though we've extended, we had a washout day of chores and stuff because of rain and whatever. So yeah, a little bit warmer today, and it's a bit breezy, so we'll have that fun to go along with this ride. So we're gonna ride from the campground. It's a couple miles to, I think, the trailhead, and then go from there. We're gonna go, I think, north and to a new section we haven't done before. Just 2 miles in, and the scenery just right outside of Custer. It's pretty good. We were 5 miles into our ride, and we've come across our first pay station. It's $4 a person. Money goes towards
The trail?
Goes towards maintaining the trail, and it's a pretty cool trail, so well worth $4. Think a waterworks? Water works. Not sure if I drink it or not, but it works. Crazy horse. Dun, dun, dun. Crazy, crazy horse. All right, the crazy horse entrance, and our first tunnel. It's a tunnel, crazy horse tunnel. Woo! Going downhill, been going downhill for about 4 miles now. Never hardly pedaled, so I'm not looking forward to going back up, but still beautiful. Well, from Crazy Horse Tunnel to Hill City, I don't know what it was, 12 miles maybe. It was all downhill, a lot of it pretty severe. I've gotten to the 20-mile mark. I'm gonna advocate turn around. We'll see what the wife says. I don't see her yet, so there you go. for a little shade and a little snack. These bridges are bouncy. Boy, this is a rough section. 3% grade uphill into the wind. This end is really the prettiest, best section by Custer. All right, bike ride completed, like 43 miles, and tell you what, trail windy today and hot makes a difference, and the gradient says 2 or 3 and makes a big difference between going 11 or 12 miles an hour versus doing almost 20, so it's cool. It's a good trail though, and that's what we came for. Peace.